All right, my loves. Let's get in here with the mysterious birth of the universe. This is brought to us by One Dody, Wondody. Copyright disclaimer: warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and prodigy, which doesn't infringe on copyright under 17 USC 107. I repeat, this is fair use.
Question. There is a plan behind every construction, even for a hut. So what about the universe? Before leaving for a new exciting adventure, think of liking the video and subscribing to the channel to not miss anything. Thank you, and have a nice trip. First ages of the universe. 13.8 billion years ago, all the matter of the universe was born. In only 3 minutes. But let's take a closer look at these first 3 minutes, where everything started. Instant zero, the Big Bang. Everything begins 13.8 billion years ago. The universe was born at instant zero, like a point, a primordial atom, dimensionless and infinitely small, which contains all the energy of the universe. This precise moment is called the initial singularity, or Big Bang. The matter and energy of the universe, as well as the dimensions of space and time, are compressed in a state of extreme density. The temperature is high. The point does not represent a precise location in space, but is everywhere at once. Then it expands until it encompasses all space, time, and matter. Inspired by Einstein's theory of general relativity, the Big Bang model is the explanation of the origin of the universe that is unanimously accepted by the scientific community. For if it expands and cools with time, it was denser and hotter in the past. From this point, and in a burning environment, all matter organizes itself methodically through the forces of interaction. Everything goes very fast. Only a few fractions of a second separate the next steps that follow. 10 to 43 seconds, the Planck era. This brief period is characterized as the Great Unification. The universe has a size of 10 to 33 centimeters, an indivisible size. This is the smallest possible unit in distance between 2 points. In comparison, a single hydrogen atom is 10 million billion times larger. During this brief epoch of the universe, the temperature is 1032 degrees, and its density is 1094 times that of water. The universe was not yet subject to the four forces of nature, which are the strong nuclear force, which assembles the nuclei of atoms, the weak nuclear force, which governs radioactivity, the electromagnetic force, which acts between electrically charged particles, and the last one, the force of gravitation. In the Planck era, these four forces are united into one force. The fundamental interactions and the notions of space and time have no meaning at this time. Neither general relativity nor quantum physics can describe this phenomenon, since the forces all apply at the same time. The Planck wall stands between the time before and after the Big Bang. like a border making this primordial period inaccessible. At the end of this era, gravity is freed from the quantum blur.
Prior to the discovery of, for instance, if one were to pick up a copy of the Nag Hammadi library in either the Meyer or the Robinson edition, one would be confronted with hundreds of pages of literature, but no real idea where to begin studying it. Some titles seem vaguely familiar, like the Prayer of the Apostle Paul, or the various Gospels, like the Gospel of Thomas, Philip, or Mary, or perhaps even the Acts of Peter, while other texts appear downright strange, like the Discourse of the Ogdoad to the Ennead, or the Trimorphic Protanoia. Yeah, Trimorphic Protanoia. Complete.
These are the secret words which the living Jesus spoke, and which Didymus Judas Thomas wrote down. And he said,
"Whoever finds the interpretation of these sayings will not taste death." As for the one who seeks, let him continue to seek until he finds. When he finds, he will become agitated. When he becomes agitated, he will be astounded, and he will reign over the all. If the ones who lead you should say to you, "See, the kingdom is in heaven," then the birds of heaven will precede you. If they say to you, "It is in the sea," then the fish will precede you. But the kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you. When you know yourselves, then you will become known, and you will understand that you are the sons of the living Father. But if you will not know yourselves, you dwell in poverty, and it is you who are that poverty. The man old in days will not hesitate to ask a small child 7 days old about the place of life, and he will live. For many who are first will become last, and they will become one and the same. Recognize what is before your face, and that which is hidden from you will be revealed. For there is nothing hidden that will not become revealed.
Do you want us to fast? And how shall we pray? Shall we give alms? What kind of diet shall we observe?
Do not tell lies, and do not do what you hate. For all things are revealed before heaven. For there is nothing hidden which will not become manifest, and nothing covered will remain without being uncovered. Blessed is the lion which the man will eat, so that the lion becomes man. And cursed is the man whom the lion will eat, so that the lion becomes a man. The man is like a wise fisherman who threw his net into the sea and drew it up from the sea. It was full of small fish. Among them the wise fisherman found a good, large fish. He threw all the small fish back into the sea, and without much trouble chose the large fish. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. See, the sower went out, took a handful of seeds and scattered them. Some fell on the road, and the birds came and gathered them up. Others fell on the rock, and they did not take root in the soil, and did not yield ears. And others fell on the thorns. They choked the seed, and worms ate them. Still, others fell on the soil that was good, and this produced good fruit. For it bore 60 per measure, and 120 per measure. I have cast fire upon the world, and see, I am watching it until it blazes. This heaven will pass away, and the one above it will pass away too. The dead are not living, and the living will not die. In the days when you ate what is dead, you made it into something alive. When you come to exist in the light, what will you do? On the day you were one, you became two. But when you become two, what will you do?
We know that you will be going from us. Who is going to be our leader?
Whatever point you come to, you should go to James the Righteous. On his account, heaven and earth came into existence. Compare me to someone else and tell me whom I am like.
You are like a righteous angel. You are like a wise philosopher.
Teacher, my mouth is entirely incapable of saying whom you are like.
I am not your teacher. Since you have imbibed, you have become drunk on the bubbling spring which I have measured out.
What did Jesus say to you?
Were I tell you even one of these things which he told me, you would pick up stones and throw them at me, and the fire would come out of the stones and consume you.
If you fast, you will cause yourself to sin. If you pray, you will be self-condemned. And if you give alms, you will inflict harm on your spirits. When you go into each land and walk in the districts, if they should receive you, eat what they put before you, and heal the sick among them. For what goes into your mouth will not defile you, but what comes out of your mouth is what will defile you. When you see him who was not born of woman, lie prostrate on your faces and worship him. He is your Father. Perhaps men think that it is peace which I have come to cast upon the world. They do not know that it is division I have come to cast upon the earth. Fire, sword, and war. For there will be 5 in a house, and it will be a matter of 3 against 2, and 2 against 3, father against son, and son against father, and they will stand as a solitary. I shall give you what no eye has seen, and what no ear has heard, and what no hand has touched, and what has never entered into the human heart.
Tell us what sort of end we will have.
So, you have discovered the beginning, with the result that you are now seeking the end. For the place where the beginning is, there will the end be as well. Blessed is he who makes his stand in the beginning, for he will know the end, and will not taste death. Blessed is he who came into being before coming into being. If you become my disciples and listen to my words, these stones will serve you. Indeed, there are 5 trees for you in paradise. They remain undisturbed summer and winter, and their leaves do not fall. Whoever would know them will not taste death.
Tell us, what is the kingdom of heaven like?
It is like a mustard seed, which is smaller than all seeds. But when it falls on plowed soil, it produces a large plant and becomes a shelter for the birds of the sky.
Whom are your disciples like?
They are like children who have made their homes in a field which is not theirs. When the owners of the field come, they will say, "Grant our field back to us." They then disrobe before them in order to grant their field, that is, to give it back to them. For this reason, I say that if the owner of a house knows that a thief is coming, he will start watching before he comes, and will not let him get through into the carry away his goods. Keep watch then against the world. Gird up your loins with great strength, lest the robbers find a way to come to you, for you will find the advantage you are looking for. Let there be a man of understanding among you. When the produce ripened, he came swiftly with a sickle in his hand and reaped it. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. These little ones who are being nursed are like those who enter the kingdom.
So then, should we, as little ones, enter the kingdom?
When you make the two into one, and when you make the inside to be like the outside, and the outside like the inside, and the above like the below, and when you make the male and the female one and the same, with the result that the male is no longer male, nor the female female, and when you form eyes in place of an eye, a hand in place of a hand, a foot in place of a foot, and a likeness in place of a likeness, then at that time you will enter the kingdom. I shall choose you, one from out of 1,000, and two from out of 10,000, and they shall stand as one and the same.
Show us the place where you are, since it is necessary for us to seek it.
Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. There is light within a man of light, and he sheds light upon the whole world. If he does not give forth light, it is darkness indeed. Love your brother like your soul. Guard him like the pupil of your eye. You see the speck in your brother's eye, but you do not see the beam in your own eye. When you cast the beam out of your own eye, then you will be able to see clearly to cast the speck from your brother's eye. If you do not fast with respect to the world, you will not find the kingdom. If you do not observe the Sabbath as a Sabbath, you will not see the Father. I took my stand in the midst of the world, and I appeared to them in flesh. I found that they were all drunk. I did not find any of them thirsty. And my soul became distressed for the sons of men, because in their hearts they are blind, and they do not see. For they were empty as they came into the world, and they are still empty as they are seeking to leave the world. But as for now, they are drunk. When they shake off their wine, then they will repent. If the flesh came into being on account of the spirit, it is a marvel. But if the spirit came into being because of the body, it is a marvel of marvels. I am truly astonished at how this great wealth has come to settle in this poverty. In the place where there are 3 gods, they are gods. In the place where there are 2 or 1, I am with him. No prophet is received in his own village, nor does a physician heal those who know him. A city built on a high mountain and strengthened cannot fall, and it cannot be hidden. What you will hear in your ear, both of them, this is what you are to proclaim from your rooftops. For no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel, nor does he put it in a hidden place. Rather, he sets it on a lampstand, so that anyone who enters and goes out will see its light. If a blind man leads a blind man, they will both fall into a pit. It is not possible for someone to enter into the house of the strong man and forcibly take his things unless he binds his hands. Then he can loot his house. Do not worry from morning until evening, and from evening until morning, about what you will wear.
On what day will you be revealed to us? And on what day will we see you?
When you undress without being ashamed, and when you pick up your garments and put them under your feet like little children, and trample them, then you will see the Son of the Living One, and you will not be afraid. Many times you have desired to hear these words that I say to you, and you don't have anyone else to hear them from. There will be days ahead when you will look for me, but not find me. The Pharisees and the scribes have taken the keys of knowledge and hidden them. They have not entered, and they have not allowed those who wish to enter to do so. But as for you, be as wise as serpents, and as innocent as doves. A grapevine has been planted outside of the Father, but since it is feeble, it will be uprooted and destroyed. The one who has something in his hand will be given more, and as for he who has nothing, even the little he has will be taken from him. Be passers-by.
Who are you that you say these things to us?
Introduction. In order to be able to speak about exalted things, it is necessary that we begin with the Father, who is the root of the all, and from whom we have obtained grace to speak about him. For he existed before anything else had come into being except him alone. The Father. The Father is singular while being many, for he is first and he is unique, though without being solitary. How else could he be a father? For from the word Father it follows that there is a Son. That singular one who is the only Father is, in fact, like a tree that has a trunk, branches, and fruit. Of him it may be said that he is a true Father, incomparable and immutable, because he is truly singular and God. For no one is God for him, and no one is Father to him. He has not been born, and no other has brought him into being. For whoever is the father of somebody, or his maker, himself has a father and a maker in turn. It is certainly possible that he may become the father and the maker of whoever comes into being from him and is made by him. Still, he is not a father in the true sense, or a God, insofar as someone has given birth to him and has brought him into being. The only Father and God in the true sense, therefore, is the one who has been born by no one, but who, on the contrary, has given birth to the all and has brought it into being. He is without beginning and without end, for not only is he without end, being unborn makes him immortal as well, but he is also unchangeable in his eternal being, in that which he is, in that which makes him immutable, and that which makes him great. He does not move himself away from what he is, nor can anyone else force him against his will to cease being what he is, for no one has made him what he is. Therefore, neither does he change himself, nor will another be able to move him from that in which he is, from what he is, from his way of being, or from his greatness. Thus he cannot be moved, nor is it possible for another to change him into a different form, either by reducing him or changing him, or making him less. For this is truly and veritably how he is unchangeable and immutable, being clothed in immutability. Thus he is called without beginning and without end, not only because he is unborn and immortal, but also because, just as he is without beginning, he is also without end. In his manner of being, he is incomprehensible in his greatness, inscrutable in his wisdom, invincible in his might, and unfathomable in his sweetness. In the true sense, he alone, the good, unborn, and perfect Father who lacks nothing, is complete, filled with everything he possesses, excellent and precious qualities of every kind. Moreover, he has no envy, which means that all he owns he gives away, without being affected and suffering no loss by his gifts. For he is rich from the things he gives away, and finds rest in what he graciously bestows. Therefore, his manner, his form, and his greatness are such that nothing else exists beside him from the beginning, neither a place in which he dwells, from which he has gone forth, or to which he will return, nor an original form that he used as a model for his work, nor fatigue that came over him as a result of what he did, nor matter that lay before him and from which he made the things that he made, nor a substance inside him and from which he brought forth the things he brought forth, nor a collaborator with whom he collaborated on the things that he created. To speak in such a way is ignorant. Rather, he himself, being good, lacking nothing, perfect and complete, is everything. There is no name that suits him among those that may be conceived, spoken, seen, or grasped, however brilliant, exalted, or glorious. It is, to be sure, possible to speak such names in order to glorify and praise him to the extent of the capacity of whoever wants to give glory. But the way he is in himself, his own manner of being, that no mind can conceive, no word express, no eye see, and no body touch. So incomprehensible is his greatness, so unfathomable his depth, so immeasurable his exaltedness, and so boundless his extension. Such is the nature of the unborn one. He does not get to work starting from something other than himself, nor does he have a partner. This would imply a limitation. But he has such an existence that he has neither.
In the beginning, Elohim created heaven and earth. Is there only one God in the Bible? Greetings, mortals. I'm your host, Simon. Welcome back to the Library of Gnosis. So, Elohim created humans in his image. In the image of Elohim, he created them. He created them male and female. Genesis 1:28. Now, that is the original Hebrew verse from Scripture. Elohim has commonly been translated to God in our modern Bibles, but that is mistranslation. The Hebrew word Elohim is a plural word, meaning gods, not God. El would be singular. Then Elohim said, "Let us make humans in our image, in our likeness. Let them rule the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the domesticated animals all over the earth, and the animals that crawl on the earth." You can see here how Elohim is being used with a plural connotation. Also, for example, from Genesis, "And the Lord God said, Behold, the man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil." For instance, in Psalm 82, God assembles a divine council and renders judgment on them. God presides in the great assembly. He renders judgment amongst the gods. How long will you defend the unjust and show partiality to the wicked? Defend the weak and the fatherless. Uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. The gods know nothing. They understand nothing. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, "You are gods. You are all sons of the Most High. But you will die like mere mortals, and you will fall like every other ruler. Rise up, O God, judge the earth, for all nations are your inheritance." Rendering judgments amongst the gods? What is this divine council? And who are these other gods? Who among the gods is like you, Lord? Exodus 15:11. These gods don't always seem to get along either, and are often seen dividing the spoils of their conquests. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Exodus 12:12. So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, Get rid of the foreign gods you have with you, and purify yourselves, and change your clothes. Genesis 35:2. When Elion gave the nations their inheritance, when he divided all the sons of man, he set the boundaries of the people according to the numbers of the sons of Israel. For Jahwe's portion was his people. Jacob was the lot of his inheritance. Deuteronomy 32:8. Here Elion can be seen giving the nations their inheritance, with Yahweh having a split of it. But wait, who is Elion? Elion is an epithet of the God of the Israelites in the Hebrew Bible. El or Elion is usually rendered in English as God Most High. So he's the highest amongst the gods. Well, wait a minute. Then who is Yahweh? Well, in the Western world, Yahweh is conflated to be the name of the Christian God. But is there more to the story? How much do we really know about our Father in the sky? Well, Yahweh was the national God of the kingdom of Israel and Judah. His origins reach at least to the early Iron Age. In the oldest biblical literature, he is the storm and warrior deity, drawing parallels to the Greek god Zeus, or the Sumerian Enlil. It is he who leads the heavenly army against Israel's enemies. At that time, Israelites worshipped Yahweh alongside a variety of Canaanite gods and goddesses, including El, Asherah, and Baal. But in time, El and Yahweh became conflated. El-linked epithets such as El Shaddai came to be applied to Yahweh alone, and the other gods and goddesses such as Baal and Asherah were absorbed into the Yahwistic religion. In fact, there's a whole list of ancient Canaanite gods and goddesses on Wikipedia. On this list, we find, for instance, El, who is described as a god of creation, husband of Asherah. Yahweh is, of course, also included on this list. But we find more interesting names too. For instance, Anu, who is the divine personification of the sky, the supreme god and the ancestor of all deities in ancient Mesopotamian religion. The fact that all these names appear in scripture shows that there is a connection between modern Christian Bible and the much older Sumerian cosmology, whose pantheon it seems to draw upon. The God of the Bible can be described as being quite a bipolar being. 1 minute causing a flood to devastate the lands and wipe humanity out. But before that, he had apparently warned Noah to build a boat. The Sumerian account tells the exact same story, just a more complex version. This we find in the story of Utnapishtim. I'll be reading from Tablet 11 from the epic of Gilgamesh. Utnapishtim tells Gilgamesh a secret story that begins in the old city of Shuruppak on the banks of the Euphrates River. The great gods, Anu, Enlil, Inururta, Ennu.
Greetings, suns and moons. And of course, I have to welcome back all my stars. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the mothership. I do appreciate all of you for your likes, your donations, your shares, the confirmations you send me through email, the positive energy you show me, the positive energy you show yourself, and overall the positive way you show up on the planet. Now, with that being said, let's get in there like a swimwear. Now, you know I got to remind people, I got a doppelganger, a copycat, a replica, a clone. I want to be me, but try and do it better than me. An English professor, a WhatsApp bandit, and a voodoo high priest or high priestess. I'll throw them through that comment section, but I also got a lot of love. That voodoo high priest or priestess is promising to get your love back for a small fee of $39.99. All you got to do is sign your life away on the dotted line. Do not fall for the okie doke people. If you have to bend someone's will for them to be with you or for you to be with them, they don't need you. You definitely don't need them. This is past, present, or future energies. Parts may resonate with you, parts may not. Take what's for you and leave the rest. This could be someone in your environment, someone thinking of you, you're thinking of them, an ex, a coworker, a past over loved one. You may or may not know these individuals. Any and all information that you need about me or regarding this reading shall be in the description box below, including a link where you can copy and paste that into your browser and receive a free birth chart from a reputable site, no affiliation to me. All right. There will also be a link for the membership. Those that are having trouble trying to find the membership, there is a little arrow facing downward by the notification bell. It should be there. Or if you go to the main channel page or check my community board, there will be ways for you to enter. And I do realize that there is a glitch in the matrix. All right. So I'm aware. Unfortunately, I started the membership. Well, fortunately, I started the membership while we were at a Mercury retrograde. So it is what it is. Okay. We got the lotus flower. We're talking about, I'm seeing entanglement, but it's talking about enlightenment. So it may be an enlightenment of a third party situation here. Somebody may be doing some divination. I feel like you are protected. You learned how to protect yourself against these prying eyes. All right. For some of you, these people are realizing that the energy that they sent out is coming back tenfold. All right. So I did a reading possibly about 9 months ago where it talked about someone was doing divination without someone's permission. And yes, that is a violation of universal law. You cannot pry into no one else's business without their consent. Now, as far as a collective reading, hey, those that are called to do the readings, they're going to pick up on energies to guide people. Now, some people may see that as infringement or whatever it may be, but even in that, you learn how to protect your energy. If you don't want someone reading your energy, you do the necessary things there is that you can do to raise your vibration, or stop doing things against people and thinking that, you know, you're not going to be found out. Okay. I want to say welcome to all my members. I do appreciate all of you. Okay. We're talking about building up a shield against this negative energy, sorcery, and things of that sort. So we got enlightenment. All right. So for some of you, you may have a platform, or this could be about someone that has a platform. Doesn't necessarily have to be someone that is into tarot. All right. Someone, I've been getting this. All right. So someone's been teaching out of a negative headspace. All right. It may have been profitable for this person or profitable for you. However, something has awakened in someone. This is definitely speaking about communication, right? We got it right there in the middle. 33 could be significant. This could be a part of some society, some order, fraternity, organization. Let's put it that way. All right. 17 could be significant. 13 But most definitely, this is speaking about things that happened in the past and understanding and ultimately overstanding why you are in this place or who contributed to put you in this place. We're definitely speaking about sorcery, whether if it is spells, um, lies, okay, or just simply an illusion. All right. We all have our quote unquote truth here. All right. And just because someone's truth is not in alignment with yours doesn't make it wrong. We're just all on different timelines, learning different things. Okay. That's what I'm being guided to address. Why is a listen here for the collective? Some of you, you're very receptive to energy. You're picking up on the shifts of the planet, or something has sparked your interest, okay? You're being guided to listen to this or listen to what is taking place around you, okay? You're coming out of some sort of illusion, some sort of fog. Some of you, you're shedding this old skin, this old belief system, this old way of doing things, okay? This is talking about you having power and dominion over what you give your energy to, your finances, okay, your time. 13 talks about, I heard rehabilitation, but a transformation. I picked that up in the last reading as well. Some of you, this transformation is happening in the dream state, okay? Some of you, you may be taking instructions from a guru. You could be a guru. You could be a master at whatever it is you do. But whatever this is speaking about a transformation and accepting your higher self or accepting a calling here. So we got Pisces here on the fence. Interesting enough, the last reading picked up Pisces in this position in the reverse. You don't have to be a Pisces for this to resonate, but most definitely somebody is, or someone that is involved in this situation could be a Pisces, or there's some sort of secret, as well as somebody's keeping a secret or listening to you in secret. The Hermit is Virgo energy. So this is telling me somebody was in some sort of curse in a dark place here, and they gained some sort of enlightenment. 33 talks about an ascension. This could be a Kundalini awakening, but again, this is telling me that some of you are masters at what you do, or you are connecting with the master. You also may have protection from the ascended masters, but this is definitely talking about completion and releasing and shedding old skin, dropping the mask. And this may be happening immediately to a collective of people. This could also, this could also talking about a separation, all right, a separation of some sort of group. I'm also hearing mind, body, and soul or spirit for some of you, okay? But this is separation of some sort of trickster energy, a collaboration, all right? Possibly having to do with some sort of dark entity. All right, somebody's being called to be realistic about the things that they participated in the past. Okay, surrounded someone's health or a light worker. You may have encountered these individuals while you were in a Saturn return or a dark night of the soul. But whatever it is for you, you were in that position to gain some sort of enlightenment about things that took place in the past. Some of you, you may be into occult studies or esoteric science, cosmologies, things that are people don't really gravitate to, okay? You may have spent a lot of time studying here. Somebody could be like some form of healer. You may be taking instructions from like a Reiki teacher, visiting a Reiki teacher, or some sort of healer here. But this is also High Priestess energy, so it's on the fence. So somebody has distorted communication, or they're taking or have taken instructions from somebody that was in a distorted energy. And so what happened is they guided someone, they were guiding someone from a negative space, so they helped to keep whoever was listening to them in a negative space. So this is about freeing yourself from some sort of illusion, all right? The attraction to this person is no longer there. You've outgrown it. This is also someone, if this is someone that teaches content, they don't grow. It's this way, this way, this way, and that's it. It's like it's etched in stone. They don't divert from their teachings here because they gain some form of stability or a following. I'm hearing something about cult favorites. I don't know if somebody's, then I heard Bollywood. I don't know what that's about. Somebody could be a Capricorn in this scenario, but this is definitely speaking about your stability. This is also giving me the energy of someone having to watch out for bad habits, okay? Habitual habits, things that keep you in some form of illusion here. Some of you may be, teaching an instruction like AA, Alcohol Anonymous, or something like that. Again, I am not a professional in that sense, and I do suggest that you seek the appropriate people to help you through any forms of addiction, okay? Something is being hidden or was being hidden surround somebody's finances. Somebody could have Taurus in the first house, you could be an Aries, or just somebody's worried about how they appear to the community, to the public here, all right? I feel like this is the individual that has to have their guards up, okay? We got self-discipline, so this is speaking about moderation. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should. Just because you have gotten away with something in the past doesn't mean you will going forward, because everybody is elevating. We're talking about giving without expectation, right? From the heart, from your heart space. With strengthening bonds here, this is telling me that somebody took your energy for granted, or they took a collective of people's energy for granted. They were supposed to, let me just say this. We all learn from our mistakes. However, for some of you, this is someone that was aware of what they were doing. Okay? If they were teaching an outdated doctrine, or this is someone that may glorify things that are addictive. All right? This could also be, again, a high priest is someone that takes money for some form of divination. Maybe they were speaking against someone or the way someone does something here. All right. But this is definitely giving me addictive type of energy. Somebody didn't value the people around them or the support system that they had. All right. This could possibly be something that they did in the past life as well. But we have someone that's focused very much on light workers. And when you are in a dark space, Source will align you with earth angels, people that will help guide you out of that space here. All right, so some of you may be realizing that you were caught up in a repetitive cycle, or you were addicted to something. It could be even addiction to tarot. But even with addictions to tarot, that leads you to something else. Okay, everything happens for a reason. Some people don't like that, but it definitely is significant for whoever this resonates with. Okay, let's do this communication. Why is communication here? Some of you, you're being guided to listen to your dreams, write your dreams down, or this is about making your dreams come true. Some of you, you're being released for some sort of stronghold, addiction, or contract here. The moon energy also came up in the last reading, okay? So again, I do feel like someone wasn't aware of the way they came off or the impact that they would have on the people that view them or go to them for advice, okay? So interesting enough, even with these cards, right? The zodiac and the stars, okay, the planets cards, we still getting that King of Wands and that Emperor energy. You could be a Sagittarius, somebody could be an Aries or a Scorpio, take it how it resonates. This could also be in your moon sign. But this is talking about someone doing something in secret. But it's also telling me that somebody was healing. So you could be healing from some distorted communication. For some of you, the planet alignments are affecting your communication. 72 could be significant. 27 could be significant. 33 could be significant. Again, 4, this is about your stability. This is about you completing some sort of karmic energy. I'm hearing something about a negative headspace here. Someone was overly dependent on what others say instead of branching off and using their own intuition. that could register to the universe as codependency, even if it's not an actual romantic uh, relationship. Even with tarot and oracle readings, those are only guides. Okay, 27 is to awaken you to your own light, your own divinity. All right, I'm hearing good news travels fast, but also bad news. All right, somebody's trying to explain something, okay, or somebody may be realizing that they were in a negative space when they were in this competitive energy. This is someone that comes off really petty, okay? This is someone that faced a lot of challenges in the past, whether this is you or not, but they also like to challenge people, challenge people's beliefs, okay, or lack thereof. Come on, too many cards. Let's see. We got the Sun. So something is being illuminated about this rival, about this bully, whether if it is a spiritual bully or a physical bully or abusive relationship, is going to register different for everyone. All right. And this is a tower in someone's life because this person thought that they were a secret competitor. They thought that they were secretly doing things. Now, again, we keep getting this entanglement energy, 3 or more people that are being judged at the moment. These people may have tried to judge you in secret. 27. If you are a content creator, this is somebody that listens to your content here. They may feel like everything is about them because they're self-centered. They're in a dark place. Somebody may want to communicate with you. Look at that, the High Priestess. God, we got the High Priestess here and definitely the High Priestess. So this is someone that listens to you in secret, listens to other readers, listens to me, okay? Or they just listen to people that are masters at their craft, take it how it resonates. This could also be you, even if you're not a reader. Some of you were subscribed to a certain type of content, a certain type of belief system way too long, with the High Priestess being here facing the left. Maybe you're right, but it's my left. Okay, somebody lacked insight. Their vision was clouded here. This is also speaking about blocked intuition. Somebody may be trying to block your intuition, and this person may be trying to listen to you to see if you have any ailments, if you talk to this person on the phone here, or if you post anything online. If my son comes in, I have to stop the reading. So this person is trying to leave the scene of a crime here. This is somebody that's very deceptive against this 9 of coins. So this is somebody that was doing something in secret, okay, trying to block somebody's manifestation, trying to stop them from becoming a king or a queen, an emperor or empress in their own right with the 9 of Pentacles. This is telling me that somebody was working on whatever it is they were working on, not paying attention.
I'm doing pretty good. Long time no see you. Happy New Year to you.
Into the business that does not pay them or benefit them, okay? This is somebody that was trying to create an obstacle, trying to block somebody from having good luck or people seeing them. And, you know, this is somebody stealing someone's intellectual property. We've been getting that a lot in the collective lately. This 9 of Pentacles is someone that works solo. This could be an independent artist here. Okay. That whatever it is you do, you do it solo. All right. Somebody could be into gardening, but this could also be an indication that you were planting some sort of seeds. Now, this person may have been trying to plant negative energy on you. Why is Pisces here? There will be a part 2. It will be in the members. Okay. If you would like to join the membership, check that description box. Again, it's by the notification bell. There will be a link there in the description or on the community board if you cannot find the join button or the membership button, okay? 2 of Cups. So somebody was trying to break someone's psychic connection, break someone's soul connection to someone else, all right? Trying to mask themselves as somebody's, I wanted to say, tribe leader. Okay, this would be someone that sees someone doing something and they're good at it, and then they automatically shift. Okay, I'm hearing the jack of all trades. This is like a shapeshifter. Their foundation is not stable. They jump from one issue to another issue. There's no consistency. There's no continuity with this person. Okay. Now this person may present themselves as an omnius, but they're just jumping. This could be somebody that is narcissistic, or they have narcissistic traits. This is somebody that does things in secret. Okay. Now, this could be a group, a collaboration of people that are doing this, and this is why it's coming up like that. Somebody wanted a separation here. This is somebody that's dishonest. They may also be listening to see if, or checking your comment section to see if there's any combative energy there. Arguments. This argument could be in a relationship or a friends group, because somebody does not want whoever you are or this person to gain some sort of insight, but it's happening anyway because there's ascension. Somebody has a first eye, their mind's eye, their third eye, whatever you want to call it, the Jacob's ladder. All of that is it's this person's time to step into this higher level commitment, but first with themselves here. So somebody may be gaining their energy back. I'm also hearing their influence with the Queen of Cups. You're starting something new, something that you love. Okay. There's a new beginning, a new offer, a promotion. And this is something that you need to keep secret, or this is something that is secret from you, being held secret from you. You may not know that this energy is coming because you are coming out of this energy of healing, possibly from an abusive relationship or relationships. Some of you were manifesting people that were abusive to you, so you can realize that you needed to get out of this place. Release. Why is this here? Yeah, you needed to get out of this bondage, out of this stronghold, out of this negative thinking, out of this fear-based thinking, out of this addiction. Take it how it resonates. The Magician, yeah. So you're in this energy of calling in the things that you need. You have everything that you need. Some of you have or had, or this person has this, may have felt like you didn't have enough. But the divine is saying you have everything that you need with you. And if you don't, it will be presented to you as you go forward, as you come out of this negative headspace, as you come out of these contracts, these soulmates that you learned a lesson from. Okay. So now that you are in this place where you don't have all this stagnant, chaotic energy around you, you're able to listen. Okay. Yeah. Some of you have a fear of connecting with people because everyone that you've connected with have hurt you or been deceptive. This is not you. This is someone that's coming towards you. The Hermit card, why is this here? 4 of Coins. Yeah, somebody's holding back. Okay. You have a fear of change, or this person did. Hold on. You wanted some sort of change, but you were manifesting out of this dark space. More than likely, you were in the Saturn return, but it could just be that you were in a dark space because of the way you grew up, and you needed to be enlightenment. It's like taking a different road than your peers or your family, but you lacked boundaries. So you were in this energy of learning moderation, self-discipline, taking a page out of someone else's book, in the sense that you were attracting these people that were holding back from you because you needed to learn how to hold back from these people. Okay, Strength in Reverse talks about an abuse of power. It talks about fear. It talks about weak boundaries, all right? So you were put in this negative space because you had to learn this lesson to keep moving forward, all right? Only break bread with people that are like-minded. All right. Hold on. Every time I start filming, that's when they do that. I could be sitting up in here and he won't say a peep. As soon as I turn on the camera, Why is wisdom here? So somebody's gaining knowledge about how to communicate, who to communicate with, how to have boundaries here. And you're feeling energetic, okay? For some of you, you may be in this energy of having to travel, or someone may be wanting to travel towards you. I feel like there's a green light for somebody that's coming out of a dark space. Possibly this person is grieving. Now you're being guided to keep this a secret, or they're trying to keep this a secret from you. This would be somebody from your past here, okay? You could also be thinking about a past life love. You could be dreaming about past lives here, okay? Somebody was unrealistic about their expectations is also what I'm getting, okay? Because you needed to heal. We got the moon card here and the moon card there. This could be an outdated belief system having to do with women. Why is Mars here? Yeah, somebody needs to balance their emotions. Possibly because of a lost partnership. I don't know if all these reversals. 8 of Coins. So we're talking about investments, your work, okay, your craft. It's the same thing, but I'm getting putting the pieces of something together, possibly the pieces of your soul. You may have been doing a soul retrieval. Somebody may want to work with you. Somebody could travel for work is also what I'm getting. So we have the Knight of Swords. So somebody's gaining some clarity about some distorted communication. The 5 of Swords. Okay. This is talking about a fair fight. Okay. Somebody was dealing with a bully, a narcissist. Okay. Somebody got caught in a lie. All right. Somebody was trying to stop someone from healing with the 3 of Swords in the reverse. This could be a relationship. Somebody may want to apologize. Okay. But this is definitely speaking about some healing from some deceptive energy. Okay. With the 4 of Cups in reverse, somebody's coming out of regret. They have a new outlook. Okay. This person may have felt like they missed out on an opportunity, or you may have felt this way. This is having to do definitely with someone's work for some of you. Somebody is in this energy of mastery, especially with the 8 of Pentacles being here with this ascended master communication. So this could definitely speak about, you could be taking a public speaking class, okay, or you could be a public speaker, or somebody's an entertainer. Why is heal here? The moon card. So somebody wants to heal something with you. They want to work on something with you. But I feel like both of you had this in common, where you had weak boundaries. Somebody was trying to overexert themselves. They were trying to have power over you. And this is something that was being done in the dark. Again, if this is your divine counterpart, whether if it's a twin or not, you both were learning lessons with different people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is a burden for someone, or somebody felt burdened in the past by some information that may have had to do with a lie to keep somebody from moving forward, to keep somebody from healing, to keep them manifesting out of a negative space. Yeah. Yeah. So somebody was getting some information, okay, about somebody's love life that was burdening them. This is somebody that wanted to offer something to you, or you want to offer something to someone, but you had a whole bunch of people in your vicinity, or people that was getting in your ear, readers. You were listening to the wrong readers that was causing you some conflict here. Yeah. So somebody was in this energy of having to walk away